Defense Grid The Awakening, doing the Frozen Core mode on Mission 5 out of Fuel. Getting the gold medal on that. Now we're going back to the kind of old tried and true gun towers and Inferno up at the front. There's a number of reasons why it's important to do it on this mode. Besides the fact that we already know it works well. We don't have concussion towers and such like we did in the previous mode. Or the out of bullets one. But anyways, so in between waves, since we're not worrying about interest, since we can't earn any because the power cores won't ever get back to the power generator since they're just going to be left on the map like this. As opposed to even starting there in the first place. We can just upgrade stuff right away. Because it's not going to factor into our final score regardless. How long we wait to spend stuff.
Shields are coming.
Either way, an important thing about building up here too is because the enemies, once they start to pick up the power cores, by the way, shooting a greater Inferno tower now. Once they start to pick up the power cores, they'll move them kind of down this path and over towards behind our turrets before we're done upgrading all of them. You'll see we're cutting it a little bit close sometimes, but that's kind of necessary. It should be pretty reliable though, because I've done this a couple times already with similar results. Anyways, but once the power cores start to get past that bend, as you'll see, the AI will send the units to walk around the generator first, like it normally does, therefore giving our turrets more time to shoot the enemies before they even get to a power core, which is going to be very nice for us. And just in terms of surviving this mission, that is, of course. Alright, so we're actually going to start building a temporal here. We've upgraded both our machine guns to level 3. Upgrade our temporal again. And let's upgrade it again. And next we're going to upgrade the Inferno Tower, and once that's done, we'll just basically sit it out until the end of the mission. Because all I need is 2 machine guns in the Inferno.
On top of everything else, they have shields.
And it's actually interesting, this strategy probably wouldn't work on the other modes, like story mode, for the simple fact of, because all the cores stay here, it's not possible during these final waves for the AIs to pick up the cores, then end up passing it to another enemy while they're still here, thus having said enemies bypass this area. Like, if you notice in this story mode and story challenge, I think I built a lot more, or not a lot more, 1 or 2 more turrets. And it's directly tied to that whole reason, is that actually, in a way, this mode having the cores stay where they are makes it a little bit easier. Because all the enemies will now run around the power generator, none of them will skip it, because there's no way for those cores to be handed back up here, where the enemy would have otherwise, like I was just saying, skip that path, or that part of the path. But yeah, pretty sneaky. Hopefully that all made sense too.
You've got them zeroed in now. Let's clean this place up.
Well, even though we're building less towers, we're still not going to end up with more resources than we would if we had been earning interest, so that's kind of the trade-off. But also part of what you need to do to succeed on this level. At least with a wide margin, like I've done. Alright, so, as you see, we're at the final boss stage. These guys are coming in, and there's going to be a bunch of dudes behind them. And looks like we took down one of them pretty quick. The stronger dude's going to die. Unfortunately, our turrets aren't going to really start shooting the boss until he starts picking up some cores, but you should see that... Oh, she didn't die that time. Alright. Now, last time I played this, that boss actually succumbed to gunfire. The second one, that is. But one extra machine gun at level 1 should be all it needs to do the extra little bit of damage. I guess that's kind of risky. It can change up depending. Either way, it's only going to be a small deviation score. There we go, he's dead. And there goes the rest.
That is what this world should look like. Free of the impeccable work.
Alright, so 55,310. Definitely higher than what we needed, which is 54,300. So we're about 1,000 over. As you can see, my highest score in this mode was 55,323. That was actually when I didn't build that additional machine gun. The difference there, or no, yeah, there was a slight difference in score because I think I had 10 this time around. So the slight difference was basically like the 25 or 12 points, some minimal amount of points we lost by building that machine gun. That actually didn't need to build the first time around, or first few times around, because the boss would die at the very edge of that machine gun's radius. Didn't happen, but whatever. It's not going to make a big impact, but it does show good way to work around that in case that happens to you. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching.